In one of my other videos we made a small camera out of a keychain cam, stripping off the battery, the case and everything else so that it could fit under a Heliguy Viper and fly without too much weight. I've made a couple of modifications since that video. Hopefully you can see on here I've actually covered it in shrink wrap, the kind of shrink wrap that I used on my night blades. It's on here because it was a bare circuit board and occasionally I was landing in damp grass, which wasn't doing the circuit board any favours at all. So I decided that by covering this up it would make it a little bit more resilient. Now I had a couple of problems here. One is that this now weighs about 9 grams, nearly 10 grams with this additional cover on. Tried to make the cover as small as possible. The other problem that I've been having is occasionally when I'm flying it attached to the Viper the last couple of minutes of video has been lost. For some reason, occasionally the battery voltage out the back of the Viper seems to drop off enough that the camera just kind of gives up the ghost. The recording isn't lost, but it means that the last couple of minutes of flight aren't put onto the SD card that goes into this slot here. Because of that, I've been looking around at an alternative camera, looking for a very small light camera that would kind of do the replacement. So if this is just under 10 grams, what I've started using and started playing with is one of these MD80 cameras. Now these are available, they show fingerprints really well. These are available from eBay and lots of other places. This one is actually from Heliguy, and the reason I got it from Heliguy is there's lots of different levels of feedback from the people on eBay with different specs, qualities, video refresh rates, not arriving, working, all the bits and pieces of problem. But Heliguy are actually the guys that sell the Heliguy Viper. Clues in the name. But this one comes with lots of accessories and other bits and pieces, and also if I have a problem with it I know that I can get it sorted. So I just wanted to take you through this camera, talk about the specs, and also talk about how I've been using it and show you a little bit of test footage out in the garden. Unfortunately, typically the day I want to do the video with this guy, it's just too windy and I wouldn't risk flying it out because it'll get blown into the canal again. So let me just show you what comes in the pack first of all. The first thing that comes with it is a standard kind of clip that you would expect to clip onto a pocket. It fits very easily onto this little thing and makes it very, very secure. So you could actually connect this camera very simply to a pocket or to anything that has a vertical gap. The controls on this camera are very simple. There's the mode button at the side, the SD card goes in here. Currently using a 4 gig, but it says it'll take up to 16, although you know the memory card would run out way before, the battery would run out way before on the Viper the memory card run out. There's the on-off button at the top, a couple of lights here, a blue one to show it's on, red blinking light to show it's recording, and a power button at the side, and that's about it really. So very simple to operate. The nice thing about this is in the kit there's lots of different mounting options, which means that I'm actually thinking of using this for some other things as well as just sticking it on the RC models. This bit here connects, oops, there we go, onto that bit there. So with a clip, and again it's very, very sturdy, allows you to mount this thing vertically either with a couple of screws, or if you wanted to mount it at an angle, allows you to do that as well. So if you wanted to use it as a thing, something like a security camera where you can make it sound activated, but you probably wouldn't want to do that on a model, you have the option here of mounting it in lots and lots of different ways on a model. So it might be on the front of a plane, or it might be even on handlebars or on the dash of the car, which is something I'm thinking of using it for as a simple card cam. Another mount that you get with this, if I take this one off here, is this mount that comes in the kit. Again, it's has 2 holes for mounting, or lots of straps here if you wanted it to actually wrap around something using like Velcro ties or whatever. Again, just snaps in. But this does look like it could absolutely be used as a dashboard cam, or I'm going to use this mount to put it on the top of my quad, because if you've seen the video of the big quad, I don't have a lot of room around the central pillar because the blades are so close together. But again, you can mount it at any angle, which I think is a nice touch. Only last couple of things that came with it. One is a silicone case that you can pop it in, again with kind of a belt loop strap at the back, so you know, that might be something you can connect using a Velcro strap to a helmet or something. A lanyard, because there is a little wee hole at the top if you want to put a lanyard through it, and the obligatory USB cable. It's actually charged through the bottom using a standard mini USB port, so it's a piece of cake to charge, and if you have any kind of computer or mains USB charging stuff in the house, it'll charge in an hour or two, and you know when it's charged because the red light stops blinking at the top. Optically, it appears very similar, if you can see that, to the little optical camera at the front of this modified keychain cam. Video is shot about 720 by 480 resolution, so this isn't HD, and it's running at about 30 frames a second. But you know, for unless you're doing super fast flights or you really want HD video, this is a really nice little alternative to this. Just because if this is 10 grams, it doesn't have its own battery, and occasionally it'll lose the end of the recording. This is a completely self-contained camera with a battery and everything else inside, and you have lots of different ways that you can mount it using all these bits and pieces, and it's light enough that the Heliguy Viper, you can actually sling this thing underneath and the Heliguy Viper will still lift it. So if the Viper can, any of the other models will as well. Only thing to be aware of, I'd say, on this of course, is that it's designed to shoot video upright, so if you put it on its side you'll have to use a video editor to flip the video by 90 degrees, but I don't mind about stuff like that. But I will be starting to keep it in the car as well and use it for taking video out of the dashboard and other bits and pieces. So this video in the corner is just using this camera, just very quickly taking a little video in the back garden showing you what this thing looks like. The white balance is pretty good. It tends to blow out the sky when you're looking at the ground, but to be fair, I'm not bothered about that. It's not a particular problem for me. But again, you know, in summary, for 14 grams versus 10 grams, this is a much more versatile little camera. And you know, if you're looking to get one of these, I'd recommend think about getting it from somebody like Heliguy.com, where if you get it and you're having problems, you can go and get it sorted, and also you get all these additional mounting options, which means that you can actually use this for other things apart from videoing your RC flights. Thanks very much for watching. Any questions, post at the bottom.